Olá a todos. Your topic for today is the difference between Brazilian and European Portuguese. Now, the two dialects are essentially the same when it comes to grammar, but the big ones to look out for is primarily pronunciation and some vocabulary. For example, with pronunciation, you'll want to look out for overpronounced E's, soft S's, and crunchy D's. Here's a few examples, like good morning is bom dia. In European Portuguese is bom dia with a soft D. Another example is like the word cities, spelled the same in both dialects. In Brazilian Portuguese is pronounced cidades, and in European Portuguese is cidade, because we have muted E's and zhizhi S's at the end. Now, when it comes to vocabulary, you should be okay with either dialect in either country if you're just visiting, but you will notice some difference in vocabulary. For example, restroom in European Portuguese is casa de banho, and in Brazilian Portuguese, it's banheiro, which means bathtub in European Portuguese. Here's a few other examples for things like train and bus, but where you're really going to want to be careful is with certain cultural implications. For example, the word for a young girl in European Portuguese is rapariga. This is considered to be a very derogatory, slanderous, and inappropriate word for a young girl in Brazil. So if you're among Brazilians, you'll want to stick to the Brazilian garota. I'll use this opportunity to also point out that culturally speaking, the two couldn't be more different, especially when it comes to music and food. The countries are going to pull a lot of influence from the continents that they are respectively located in, Portugal being in Europe and Brazil being in South America. So while there's no place to compare music and food between Brazil and Portugal, they're both wonderful and beautiful in their own respective ways. That's your Portuguese tip for the day. Make sure to follow me here for more. Ciao.